This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam, here with Jeff, Al, and Erica. We are looking back at some of our favorite moments on the show. So it was great, this one. Here we go. I was the biggest Baywatch fan, so we were all thrilled to welcome David Chokachi to the show. But Tori and I, to our surprise, we had no idea that we had trouble keeping ourselves together during the interview. It shocked me.
The sun has risen.
Take a look. Now, how did you deal with being a heartthrob on Baywatch? Did you have any crazy fan stories where random people would show up on the beach? Anything out of this world happen?
We had a lot. Well, yeah, we would, when we were shooting, we'd have to have barricades and police barricades because it was back in the day with, the paparazzi were a real problem, like a real danger to people. And then tourism, there was so much tourism drawn towards Santa Monica Beach because that's where everybody in the world felt Baywatch really existed. People think the United States is kind of what they see in Baywatch. They think it's the beach right there, which is hilarious. But so the show itself, my run on the show was amazing. My character he exploded onto the scene basically. I did the work. I knew that if I was super physically fit and I was working with my acting coach and I was studying in my acting class, if I was doing all these things and I have tireless work ethic. If I do these things, I know I'm going to succeed. And I did. And sure enough, my character became super popular. I got voted one of people's 50 most beautiful people in the world. Heck yes. Yeah. So it was, it was a fun ride. And like when we went to, when the first time I went to England with Gina Lee Nolan and we were the new stars of the show, we got there and it was like we were the Beatles. Honest to God, it was mania. Like the show was so worldwide popular back then that we were like rock stars. So it was awesome.
That's amazing.
I'm glad we got your reaction.
Yeah. Can we just address the elephant in the room? We were really awkward in that interview.
Weird. It was just
I think you guys nailed it.
We were completely awkward.
Tori should have been smoking a cigarette while she was doing that interview.
I just loved Baywatch and his character.
Big fans.
Big fans.
Big fans of his character.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, we cut out some parts of that interview.
There was so much to air, Jeff.
Remember when Sam's like, so do you like walking on the beach or swim trunks, or do you like dogs or flowers maybe? And you just kept asking
that
100
questions.
question,
but I did keep asking a number of questions because I was flustered, which surprised me because he wouldn't, Erica, have been on my list of biggest heartthrobs. There was something that overcame everybody on set.
I'm just going to leave it there.
We got to move on, okay?
Sam, I was waiting for the prompter. You're not going to be in a relationship with David Chokachi, but at the start of every great relationship begins a first important move. But most people don't have it caught on camera and broadcast on the TV like this one. Take a look.
We have Jeff and Jordan's first kiss from Big Brother.
I have not seen this.
I can't wait.
It's embarrassing.
I really like Jordan. We've been in his house for a while. I was really shooting to, pull the romance card. I've been looking forward to kissing her, and tonight might be the night.
Oh my God, I'm so not tired. I did like kissing Jeff. He is a good kisser. He's not sloppy, wet.
You dove in. I mean, you jumped in.
Hey, what are you got to go into the deep end and all in.
Yeah.
All in.
Yeah.
So what did you do to pep yourself up, or was it spontaneous?
No, that looks like I creeped in with the night vision.
It did look creepy, right?
Like a creep crawling in there. But listen, we became friends first, and then we had that first kiss. That's as far as it went in the house. You know what I mean? So we kept it classy.
But you for sure copied Sugar Ray's.
Wasn't as good as Sam's railroad.
You copied his
I 100% did, and it also was a combination of Ricky Martin's hair.
Okay, so earlier I said that you tried to copy Sugar Ray's hair.
Yeah.
You said you actually did.
Yeah, mixed with Ricky Martin.
Well, we have a little side by side. Let's see. Oh
You nailed it.
Oh, nice. But see, I used to put highlights in my hair. I didn't have them in there for the show. What do you mean? What?
You
what do
put
I
them
mean?
in, or you mean like you put highlights
in, or you actually went to a salon?
Right.
And
No,
they
I would
did
do it myself. I taught myself. I put a cap on and make holes, and then you pull them
Oh
out.
my God, Jeff, that's so embarrassing.
No, it's not. When I say I wanted to be in a boy band, I'm not even joking.
Right. Wait, I know that cap. It comes with a hook?
Yeah, it comes with a hook. Yeah, and then you bleach it. And one time
And
I
you look
bleached
like
my
an
whole
alien.
head.
Yes.
One time I did my whole, because I didn't do it right, and I just put a bag over my head. And I was like, how's it look? My buddy's like, dude, your whole head's green. It didn't come
You
out.
just sent me back with that hook thing
Yeah.
through the cap. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Listen, I embrace it.
I can't with the loud noises, Jeff.
The kissing?
Yes.
You wanted to take it back, huh? They didn't want to talk about the hair.
No, I want to talk
They
about
put that in there.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they do. If you're a Big Brother fan and someone kisses, there's always like,
Dude, don't deny you're a man of passion. I love it.
thanks, Al.
I got your back.
Coming up on DBL, a man's fight to get out of prison after serving time for a crime he did not commit. How he ended up walking out nearly 30 years later in today's Freedom Files, wrongfully convicted. And we all get royally roasted by none other than Captain Kirk. We look back at our epic interview with William Shatner.
At the beginning of the pandemic, the United States suffered one of its worst spells of unemployment in recent history, prompting millions of Americans to sign up for benefits and the passage of relief bills to distribute more federal funds. Now, as the economy is recovering and people are rejoining the workforce, some employers are requiring vaccination. And some are asking, if your employer requires vaccinations and you're fired for refusing, can you be denied unemployment benefits? Let's verify. We asked two employment law attorneys, Diane Seltzer and John T. Harrington, and they both told us that yes. They say in most states, if you're fired for breaking company policy, you can be denied unemployment benefits. If vaccination becomes a requirement for employees, it falls under that umbrella.
Even something as simple as a dress code that says you have to wear a tie, and that's the company's policy. And you say, I don't believe in wearing a tie, so I'm not going to do it. That's insubordination, and it's misconduct, and it would likely disqualify you from receiving unemployment benefits.
Now, there are a few exceptions. Those who can't receive the vaccine because of a disability or a religious reason could file for exceptions with their employer, as long as they could show proof of their reasoning. And the specifics vary state by state. But in general,
people should not think that staying unvaccinated is a passport to getting unemployment benefits or to prevailing in a lawsuit against their employer if they are terminated.
So we could verify that yes, if you're fired for refusing to get a vaccine, you can be denied those unemployment benefits. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff.
Hey DBL Nation, I'm Lindsey Granger. I'm a trained journalist. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I learned to extensively research. I've written a documentary. I describe myself as the host that will bring a fresh perspective to the panel. I think Tori and I might disagree.
Not a nice thing for the president to say. Everyone's blowing out of proportion.
But that's okay, because today we need that. DBL is a creative, fun, and fast-paced type of show. Who wouldn't want to be at DBL? I'm looking forward to joining the panel and getting into some fun, interesting, and intense conversations. But it's important today. We need to agree to disagree and have the dialogue. A lot of people watch TV and say, how am I represented? DBL is the answer to that question. I'm Lindsey Granger, and I hope to be your voice.
Welcome back to DBL. At 90 years old, William Shatner is nowhere near slowing down. He's digging deep into life's most fascinating and unanswered questions, and it's all part of his new show, I Don't Understand. Earlier, we spoke with him in this encore, Chatting with the Stars.
What constitutes a lie? If I tell you I'm fine when I'm not, is that a lie? Is there a way to detect deception? I'm William Shatner, and I don't understand.
All right, you just heard a sneak peek of the legendary William Shatner and his brand new show, I Don't Understand. Thank you so much for coming on DBL.
Yes, what a pleasure. What a pleasure it is to look at all of you.
Yes.
But mostly me. I'm a beautiful man.
You're all
No.
You're all beautiful in your way.
Thank you. Yes, we feel seen and heard by you. Okay, so William, we love the concept of your new show. You're trying to answer
Isn't it wild?
It is. It's great to because we can play along with you, right? You're trying to answer the most fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
And timely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially because these are timely questions that pique everyone's interest.
Anything I don't understand, like, for example, how is it possible that you're 40? I don't understand.
Yes.
Brownie points for Shatner.
He did the shoulder reset.
I like it. Tell us a little bit more about the show. So for our viewers right now that have not heard about it.
Well, I mean, that's it. The idea of the show is things I don't understand.
You're talking to the right guy.
Why they don't know the right guy. You're the right guy. Why are you wearing a red handkerchief in your breast pocket?
It's pink.
It's pink.
It's pink. And it goes with my lavender shirt.
William, please tell us what you're thinking, because they criticize my outfits all the time, William. So why did you ask just that?
No, you don't understand. I'm not criticizing. I'm asking the question.
I think he's being complimentary, and he wants to wear that to his next event. Am I right?
So, nope.
That's exactly right. I've never understood why how pink looks good on a man, and now I understand.
And now you understand.
Well, wait till you see Al. He's dripping in pink, and I love it. I say pink is punk.
Yeah, well, dripping, yeah.
See,
I
now
like it.
this is a good use of pink.
Thank you. I have the pink watch too.
Show him your pants.
Oh yeah, stand up.
And the pink
Look at this. He's going to Cape Cod to a boil, sir.
Yeah. All right. Little Heisman pose.
I don't understand that outfit.
Is there a question that you couldn't answer? Like you're like, I don't understand this, and there is no answer. Was there anything that was unanswerable?
Like this question?
Well, it's a conversation. It's a conversation with a so-called expert.
Okay.
Now, for example, one of the first shows, and I don't know the order they're in when they broadcast them, is about lying. I don't know how I came upon that, but why do we lie? So there was an expert on lying. She had a book out, and a guy would start speaking to her about lying, lies of omission, and then it evolved
I've hurt my shoulder
into is religion a lie? And all of a sudden we're talking about loss of faith. And do you see through a lie if you lose your faith and you say, wait a minute, I'm a choir boy and something, and was the loss of faith. And now you're into the big lie. And it's no longer just lies of omission, or I didn't say that, or I did say that. It's the big lie, the big omission.
It got deep.
Why do we lie? It has all kinds of ramifications. So that's the nature of the show. You can ask a simple question, but if you follow the pathway of the conversation, it suddenly branches off, and suddenly you're on a cliff, looking over unquestionable masses. You're on the edge of a thing. It's, where do I go next with this question? I'm talking, and it's not an interview per se, it's a conversation. Like, what did you do, and how did you feel, and what did you... I don't understand and would love to discover.
Well said by Captain Kirk, huh?
I know.
Right.
I can't wait. I don't understand how he's 90. You look fantastic.
Yeah.
You can watch William Shatner's new show, I Don't Understand. It's out now on portable TV. William, thank you so much. Real quickly, is this the best interview that you've ever...
He's a joy.
Hands down, best interview?
That's because they're wearing pink.
Bye, William. We'll be right back.
Viewer Nancy Butler sent us this to our Verify email. She saw a post in the Nextdoor app saying that the chemicals sprayed in yards to kill mosquitoes will also kill honeybees. So let's verify. Our sources, the United States Department of Agriculture, Tim Dutcher, the environmental health supervisor for Mecklenburg County, and Burton Beasley, the North Carolina state master beekeeper. According to the USDA, there are about 2.8 million honeybee hives in the United States. However, the USDA also stated there is a decline in population. One of the factors they cite for a decline in honeybees is pesticides.
If you've got bees right next to the property line and they're spraying, then yes, it could have a detrimental effect.
Burton Beasley, who belongs to the Gaston County Beekeepers Association, tells us certain sprays can affect bees.
Mass spray in the yard where there's lots of clover and other things in bloom, then yes, it could negatively impact someone's honeybees there close by.
Beasley says the overhead sprays that are used in some states after hurricanes can also affect beehives. Tim Dutcher with Mecklenburg County says they don't have a spray program. Instead, they try to kill mosquitoes in the larva stage before they are fully grown.
Tip and toss any standing water after we have a rain to make sure it doesn't sit there for a week or so. So it generally takes a week at least for mosquitoes to really get in there and the larvae to begin hatching.
Beasley says that helps limit the amount of pesticides people would use. So we can verify that, yes, certain sprays to kill mosquitoes can also kill honeybees.
Beasley says if you need to spray for mosquitoes or other insects, look at the ingredients and the directions to help cut down on honeybee decline. There are also some organic remedies you can use that won't harm the bees. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
Welcome back to DBL. Could you forgive a friend's betrayal? It's a question Chester Holman has spent nearly 3 decades debating. In a look back at this episode of Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted, Lindsay and Tori spoke with Chester about the lies that landed him in prison.
It's the summer of 1991, and 21-year-old Chester Holman is loving life. On the night of August 20th, Chester is hanging out with his neighbor, Deirdre Jones.
I had just got my first vacation, so I was excited about that, looking forward to the week. And I said, look, let's not stay in, let's just go down Southwest Philadelphia and visit a friend.
They jump in his roommate's rented white Chevy Blazer and start driving. Within minutes, Chester is pulled over by 2 police cars.
The car that was on my left, he pulled in front of us, and they got out with guns drawn.
A 24-year-old college student is dead, and there is one connection between Chester and the murder. Witnesses say the shooter is in a white SUV with a partial license plate similar to the one Chester is driving. Both Chester and Deirdre are taken in for questioning.
And a detective came in, and he punched me dead in the mouth, and he said, "You like killing people in our city." And they just walked out.
While Chester maintains his innocence, Deirdre tells a very different story and makes a deal.
Maybe days later, that she had been released, but she had made a statement implicating us in this crime.
Deirdre takes the stand, saying she waited in the SUV while Chester and another man committed the crime. Chester's family is devastated.
I just try to be strong for my parents.
8 eyewitnesses take the stand. However, there is only one who identifies Chester.
It's not about truth or innocence, it's about who can tell the better story. Right now, they have the better story.
The jury convicts Chester of second-degree murder and robbery. He is sentenced to life without parole.
But I just tried to not let the anger consume me. Not that I'm not angry, but I just couldn't allow that to surface and, change who I am.
In 2001, 10 years after the murder, the witness who had identified Chester recants his trial testimony, saying he only identified Chester because of threats by the police. Then, 4 years later, Deirdre comes forward.
This is her opportunity, to do the right thing and tell the truth. And that's when I learned, what the police did to her.
She admits that she made up the story after police refused her requests for a lawyer and even threatened to charge her for the crime.
I couldn't let them win twice. I think if I would have been, started hating Deirdre and the system and so forth, I know I would have lost myself.
It's 2018, and Chester's attorney takes his case before a new district attorney.
He said that she was going to look into it. She said if there was anything there, she was going to make it right.
They find proof that a former DA hid the lengthy criminal record of their star witness before trial. Attorneys also uncover hidden evidence that points to a credible suspect. On July 15th, 2019, after 28 years, he is released from prison.
Chester, welcome to DBL. Now, you've said you worked really hard to not let prison change you. And I was wondering if you could get really specific. What did you do to keep your head straight in there?
My focus was, at the time, was focusing on this case and fighting the lies that had been told against me. So that was my main focus, and not getting caught up in the the jailhouse life and what goes on in there.
Smart.
It's insane that your former friend Deidre implicated you in this crime, and it was her testimony that actually sent you to prison. So now that you're free, what would you say to her, if anything?
I mean, it's been a long time. This is close to 30 years ago. And there's been opportunities for me to speak to her since I've been home. I haven't taken advantage of it. It's difficult. My mom, passed away in this process, and my grandparents, all because of, she didn't have the fortitude to, stand up and just tell the truth. So at this point, I can say today that, there's no ill feelings having learned what she went through. But at the time when you're going through it, you're just wondering, like, how can you do this? Knowing that I'm ready, spend the rest of my life in prison.
So would you say you forgave her?
I wouldn't say I forgave her. I just say I understand.
Yeah.
That night that we were pulled over and arrested, I can always attest to what I went through in that interrogation room. And Deidre was a frail, timid, shy person. So I can only imagine what they put her through in the other room. Like I don't want to say I'm necessarily forgiven, because a lot have been lost in my life. But at the same time, I can just say I understand. I have no ill feelings towards her at this point. It's just like, let me go this way, you go that way, and and that's where I'm at with it.
I mean, you might not have ill feelings. I'm just going to interrupt here and just, I do. Like, I have such a hard time moving on from that. So you're my role model in moving on. I'm just saying I harbor things, and I can't imagine how positive you must be to move on. So bravo. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's the same way we're always
saying that.
We don't know how
Chester.
people are able to move forward past some of these experiences.
In 2020, the city of Philadelphia paid you $9.8 million for your time served. Now, in your opinion, you have the floor here, is that price tag enough for the 28 years you lost behind bars for you?
I mean, that was one of the things that I had wrestled with, with my attorneys, and that was a big thing for me in terms of, how much was it actually worth to accept, I guess, because I felt like it was putting a value on my life, whether it was 9.8 million or 30 million. Am I saying, by me agreeing to this, is this what I'm saying my life is worth? And I struggled with that, and initially when I first came out, it wasn't even about the money. It was just about clearing my name, and my lawyers just basically said that this is the process of how it goes. Once you've been exonerated, this is the only recourse that we have is to receive compensation. So we followed through that course of action, and we ended up at this number. And like I said, is it enough for me? I mean, it's more than enough for me. But to say that's the value of my life, that's what I equate it to.
That's hard to say.
The value of my life.
Yeah.
And
dignity, right? The value of your dignity. My God, thank you for being here.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Wow, we'll be right back.
American Olympians do get a paycheck for each medal they win, but outside of that, most of Team USA's athletes are on their own. Big honors bring big smiles to the medal podium, but outside of the medals, the prestige, and the acclaim, do U.S. Olympians get paid a salary? Let's verify. Our sources are the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee and Dr. Tim Baghurst. He's the head of the Interdisciplinary Center for Athletic Coaching at Florida State University.
On the whole, most of the athletes are not salaried. They don't get paid to go to the Olympics. They'll have their travel, etc., covered, food covered, and so on.
According to our experts, some U.S. teams that have sponsors may have a salary, but most U.S. Olympians outside of the lodging and travel stipend don't get paid by the U.S. Olympic Committee.
You'll find that outside of the major sports and those athletes that have high profiles, a lot of these athletes really struggle financially. A lot of them have part-time jobs, and it's only in the Olympics where we really see them shine.
But if they do well at the games, these athletes can make some serious money. The United States pays a handsome fee per medal. $37,500 for each gold medal, $22,500 for each silver medal, and $15,000 for each bronze medal. So no, the United States Olympic Committee doesn't pay a salary to these Olympians, but they can make money from teams that are sponsored, endorsements, or medal winnings. And an interesting note, as long as the athletes don't earn more than $1 million in a year, they don't get taxed on those medals. With your Verify, I'm Matt Gregory.
Hey DBL Nation, my name is Jeff Schroeder and I'm the host that's going to bring honesty to the panel. I think something most people might not know about me is that I actually met my wife on a reality show and we've been together for 10 years and have 2 children now. What makes me different from the other hosts is I'll always try to see the other side. No matter what side I'm on, I want the audience to know that there is another side to the conversation and that I'm listening. The co-host that irritates me easily, Tori Schulman.
Was that the lamest thing I've ever
I wanted to, yeah.
Sadly, no. What makes Daily Blast Live different from other shows is that we bring honest opinions in all different walks of life. DBL is real, DBL is raw, DBL is honest.
Welcome back to DBL. Who doesn't love a nice, refreshing glass of lemon water?
You're dressed like you do.
I do kind of look like I should have a lemonade
You should be on the
stand.
veranda.
You're the one that complimented my dress when I sat down.
I love your dress. You look refreshing today.
Well, did you know that lemon water has a number of health benefits? We're chatting about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness presented by QB. Lemon water has always been a popular home remedy because it can improve digestion, detox the body, and promote weight loss. All you need is 8 ounces of water and half a lemon. So enjoy your daily dose of vitamin C while staying hydrated and improving your overall skin quality. Staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of your physical ability or age. Try their under desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-782-2351 or visit QB.com to learn more. Lemon is also an antiseptic.
What do you mean?
It's an antiseptic. Like if you have a cut, you could, if you were like abandoned somewhere in the jungle and you had a cut.
A lemon jungle.
I should say it in an orchard.
Yes.
If you were abandoned in an orchard and got a cut on a thorn, you could use some lemon juice to clean it. It also makes your hair lighter if you put lemon juice on your hair. It also is really good for your elbows if you have if your elbows are.
You could also squirt it in people's eyes that you don't want to talk to anymore.
Or just rotate your chair.
Okay, I'll see you again, same time, same place.